In 1909, Marcel Duchamp took a postcard of the Mona Lisa, drew a mustache and goatee on her face, and titled it L.H.O.O.Q, which when pronounced in French sounds like she has a hot ass. This wasn't vandalism, it was revolution. The Dada movement had declared war on everything art was supposed to be, and Leonardo's masterpiece became the first casualty. Born in Zurich during World War I, Dadaism emerged from the ashes of a civilization that had used logic and reason to justify mass slaughter. Artists like Duchamp, Tristan Tzara, and Hans Arp rejected rationality entirely, embracing chaos, absurdity, and nonsense as their weapons against a world gone mad. They created ready-mades, everyday objects elevated to art simply by the artist's choice, challenging the very definition of what art could be. Dada was anti-art, anti-aesthetic, anti-everything, and it shattered the notion that art required skill, beauty, or even meaning. From Dada's ashes rose Surrealism, which took the rebellion inward, exploring the unconscious mind and the logic of dreams. Salvador Dalí's The Persistence of Memory, painted in 1930, features melting pocket watches draped across a barren landscape inspired by the cliffs of Catalonia. Dalí claimed the soft watches came from watching camembert cheese melt in the sun. But their meaning runs deeper. They represent the fluidity of time in memory and dreams, where our perception becomes elastic and unreliable. The painting measures just slightly larger than a sheet of paper, yet it contains entire universes of psychological imagery. Dalí called his works hand-painted dream photographs, using what he termed the paranoid critical method to tap into his subconscious and materialize his most delirious thoughts with meticulous precision. The ants swarming over one clock suggest decay and death, while the strange flesh-colored form in the center, a self-portrait of Dalí himself, lies dormant in a dream state where time loses all meaning. But perhaps no avant-garde work wielded rebellion as a political weapon more powerfully than Picasso's Guernica. Created in 1937 in response to the Nazi bombing of the Basque town during the Spanish Civil War, this monumental canvas, over 11 feet tall and 25 feet wide, employs Cubist fragmentation to mirror the shattering of bodies and lives. Painted in stark black, white, and gray, it strips away color to confront viewers with raw horror. The composition explodes with anguished figures, a mother screaming over her dead child, a horse writhing in agony, dismembered limbs scattered across the canvas. Picasso's Cubist technique, showing multiple perspectives simultaneously, fragmenting forms, dislocating body parts, becomes the perfect visual language for depicting the chaos and disorientation of war. When a Nazi officer visited Picasso's Paris apartment during World War II and saw a photo of Guernica, he asked, "Did you do that?" Picasso replied, "No, you did." These movements, Dadaism, Surrealism, Cubism, didn't just change how art looked. They changed what art could do. They proved that art could mock, provoke, disturb, and protest. They used humor to critique society, psychological imagery to explore the unconscious, and fragmented forms to reflect a fractured world. In defacing the Mona Lisa, melting time itself, and painting war's true face, These artists didn't just rebel against traditional art, they redefined rebellion itself.